Hi, my name is Maren Corliss. I served as a YAGM in the Central Europe program from 2019 to 2020.
Hi friends, my name is John Christensen. I'm coming to you from Anchorage, Alaska. I was a 2022-2023 young adult in global mission, serving at Lee Road United Reformed Church in Wolverhampton, United Kingdom.
My name is Louisa Eppley-Ishida, and I served in the Southern Africa Country Program, specifically in Eswatini, from 2018 to 2019. My YAGM year really pushed me to adapt and to learn to quickly overcome challenges, big and small. And those are traits I've been able to carry with me to other changes in my life. And YAGM really gave me the confidence to know that I can overcome anything.
YAGM really taught me about resiliency and really made me have to trust in myself and trust in the process of just abiding with God's people and abiding by God's plan. There were so many times that I felt defeated because I couldn't communicate in the correct language in the right way, or I wasn't understood when I tried to give the bus driver money for a bus ticket, or I couldn't get the right kind of meat from the store when I was grocery shopping. And as someone like myself, I'm really used to having total control and agency in whatever I do. And so the YAGM program really helped me be able to trust in the process and trust God and trust that God would show up for me in places where God was meant to be.
So, how did YAGM teach me about resilience? Well, from the very beginning, in fact, really from before the very beginning. I know that I said that I was part of the 2022-2023 cohort, but actually I started my application process all the way back in November of 2019 to participate in the 2020-2021 cohort, which I'm sure, as you can put together, did not happen due to the COVID pandemic. That's where what was supposed to be 1 year of service turned into 2 very long years of waiting before my service year even began. But I knew in my soul that YAGM was the right decision, the next thing I wanted to do, the next step on my path. And so I waited. And waited. And waited. And waited. If we're being honest, the COVID pandemic could truly have been an end for young adults in global mission. But when YAGM reached out to past connections, it was the partners in Argentina, Uruguay, the Middle East, Senegal, and the United Kingdom who were the first to step up and say, yes, we do want volunteers to return to our country. To those country programs, I want to say a special thank you for the reminder that resilience isn't always about individual survival. Sometimes it's about showing up for one another, even when the world makes it very difficult.
Resiliency really was one of my biggest areas of growth during my YAGM year, and it has shaped me into the person that I am today. Building resilience isn't something that happened overnight, but it was something that grew every time I faced a new challenge or overcame another obstacle. And this journey of building resilience is something that continues to develop each and every day.
Working with the Romani people in Eastern Hungary really taught me a lot about resiliency. The True Pearl Foundation, the art foundation that I worked for when I was a YAGM, really emphasized the ideas of making sure to rely on yourself for the Romani people, and trust in the process and trust in yourself that anything that you put your mind to is possible. And of course, as an American, that's what we're always told, but for these Romani people, that was a special lesson for them to learn. I remember going to the schools with these Romani children to teach them art, and many of them did not have full running water at home, did not have enough resources for all of their family members, and So teaching them to be confident in themselves and have this sense of resiliency really gave a whole new meaning to this idea of being knocked down, but then being brought back up again and again in so many new ways.
For those of you who don't personally know me, you may not be able to tell, but I have a physical disability, one called spina bifida. Part of living with spina bifida means that I wear leg braces, ankle-foot orthotics, if you really want to know the technical term, or AFO for short. While I can walk short distances barefoot without them, if I'm going out in public, I don't want to. I want to wear shoes, so I have to wear my braces. So as you can imagine, having my braces break is a hassle. Even at home here in Alaska, it's a hassle. Add to that the factor of living in a foreign country, and it's all the more a hassle. But here's where I have to thank one specific person from Lee Road. I won't name names, but you know who you are if you're watching this. So thank you, because this person works with orthotics, and while they don't live in the same region, or they don't work in the same region of England where the church is, they know people who do. And on week 1, they said, hey, if anything happens to your leg braces, just let me know. We'll figure something out. So of course, as it happens, a few months in, the first set of braces that I brought with me, I always bring 2, cracked. And I had to move on to the second one. But I started getting worried that that one would crack too. Insert the foreshadowing tag here. That one member, though, got in touch with the local hospital orthotics department, and a few weeks later, I had an appointment with them. I really actually had 3 appointments with them throughout my time in England. Because, yeah, not only did that first set I brought with me snap, so did the second pair. And all I had to do was be honest about my needs, open to asking for help, and responsive in receiving that help. It's been more than 2 years. I still have both of those sets. In fact, I'm wearing one of them right now.
Resiliency really was one of my biggest areas of growth during my YAGM year, and it has shaped me into the person that I am today. Building resilience isn't something that happened overnight, but it was something that grew every time I faced a new challenge or overcame another obstacle. And this journey of building resilience is something that continues to develop each and every day.
Anywhere that you are, anywhere that anybody is, there is some joy to be found, and you can always take whatever situation you're in and make it an infinitely better one if you just have the right outlook on things.